So what do? How do you build that strategy? Thinking about these other impacts, not just my technology, my therapy, but the practical issues of developing a global strategy. Go where the patients are, clearly, and don't go where they aren't. Waste of your time, waste of your energy, waste of your staff. Go where the patients are. Plan for critical markets. Take a really good look at the distribution of patients that might use your product, the clinicians who want access to your product, and make a critical list. Regulators that will accept the data you're developing for patients that need the therapy and clinicians who can use the therapy. That's something you can bring to the table to develop your strategy, your regulatory strategy. That's actually a corporate strategy. The regulatory strategy is the corporate strategy, because without us, they can't market in any geography. So it's really a lot on our shoulders. And considering the timing of review and acceptance, how long does it take to get a product into the US market in 510K? How long does it take for a PMA, for a de novo? How long does it take to get CE? We'll figure that out tomorrow because that's changed. How long does it take for Japan to do a high-risk product? Or China, if you have a connection in China or if you don't have a Chinese business partner. Thinking about what the regulatory timing is, because you have to work back from that to think about how long is it going to take to develop your strategy to take your product into the markets where everybody thinks they should be. Consideration, it got mentioned already today a little bit, and that is, where is your product made? There are geographies where I think China has now overturned that rule, at least for some products. But China had a rule for a while that it had to be, the product had to be already approved in the country of origin. Country of origin meant not where you sit, but where's the product made? As a way of looking at safety, as a way of understanding safety. If it's not sold there, why are you shipping it to me? What am I missing? What's the risk? What's the problem? What's the delay? So country of origin matters. Well, let's see, when does a company decide where they're manufacturing the product? Not when they get to the regulatory strategy, but way back. So thinking across your product lines, thinking across the type of product you have, where your company plans to do development and manufacturing impacts your global regulatory strategy. Which countries will accept, what they will accept, and what they will want to do. There are many regulators who would be very happy to see your product, but they want to take it and test it in their labs. One of my favorite things. They don't know the technology. They don't know how it was manufactured. They don't know how it was designed. They don't know the materials. But they're going to take a few and they're going to test them in their lab to decide if they can enter their country. Think about which countries do that and when you're going to be ready to have them do that. When you will be able to respond to concerns that might be raised by their testing, which isn't the testing that you've done and may not even resemble the testing you've done. It may be testing that was designed for a very different product. And that's a regulatory issue. It's a regulatory issue, so you really need to think about that as well.